So I just wanted to make a little documentation video of where I'm at. I just had my first day of work, which surprisingly was a traveling job. So I went over to Blenheim to do my calls, and I went to all the stores with an experienced rep, and we went around and checked up on all the stores, talked to all the managers, and that was cool. I mean, it's a good job, and I really enjoyed it. Like it was tiring, but it was kind of like satisfyingly tiring. Other than that, everything's going well. Just learning all the ins and outs. It's pretty complicated, but starting to understand it. And as first jobs, well, my first job I waited tables at a cafe, but as second jobs go, it's not bad, especially that I dropped out of high school. Um, when I dropped out, I was kind of thinking like maybe I'll start trading digital currencies and become super successful. But after I started doing that, I kind of saw success in a different light. And now that I've had more time to think about it, I actually kind of enjoy doing this job, and I think I will keep enjoying it. And the problems that came with doing digital currencies wasn't worth it for me, and I didn't see that as success. But I think I just gotta take things as they come and not try to force anything. So I'm gonna enjoy this job, even the hardships with it, and I'm just gonna take it one step at a time. It's a really good job though, and I'm really lucky that I got it. So that's good. And I'm learning all kinds of stuff that I didn't know before. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. In terms of my traveling, like I wanted to travel, but now I can go all around New Zealand with my expenses paid, which is awesome. So I can eat for free, I can travel for free. They literally, just to train me up, that costs 1,000 NZD, and they just booked me a flight down to a city called Dunedin to do some more of my training, which is just awesome. It's interesting because like on the side of financial trading and that, you see these big companies as really big, the big bad bullies, because they have all the money and they can kind of do whatever they want. But now that I work for one, it's kind of nice because they have all the money and they don't really care about paying for all these expenses and doing this and that. And it's interesting because being in a little bit about my first day of the job and a few meetings before that, I'm learning about what it's like working in a corporate job. Kind of like how do you say it? The kind of the inefficiency, but the kind of art of it. It's interesting because there's so many things that are just so inefficient that could be easily solved with a quick programmer, and so many dynamics that are unneeded, but the company has become, gets so big and has so much money that they kind of like, they don't care about solving that anymore, and we can't solve that without, you know, contacting the top superior, but you have to go up the ladder, and the guys don't want to go up the ladder. They want to keep things the same, you know? So it's interesting how, like, I've seen an outside view of it, but it's interesting being part of it, and it's kind of funny, but with jobs like this, I feel like you just gotta appreciate the small things and just enjoy it as it goes. So I met some cool new people today, and I learned about a lot of different products and how to do it, a few different things, and I've started to learn a lot on, well, for example, replacing all the like going into the store and replacing all the phones on display and that for certain companies. That was cool to learn, and like how you have to go through the trackers and check everything, and how different things have different trackers. Like, it's complicated, but it's fun to learn a new thing in that. Other than that, maybe in my life, friends wise, I'm not doing amazing. I feel like my communication and my energy is really off. So last time I hung out with my friends, they were all talking about something they saw on Instagram Reels and always quoting that, and I couldn't really connect as well with them. And I also wasn't putting myself out there. I wasn't risking it, like making a joke or saying something, because I don't feel like I was confident. And I think this job will be good because it'll help me work on my confidence, but also, yeah, it'll be good for working on my confidence to make more friends. And I realized, like, we were playing Minecraft, and I invited them out to the beach, and I was like, "Hey guys, you want to go to the beach?" And they were like, "No." They didn't really give a reason why, and I kind of understood why. It's because when we hang out, it's all fun and that, but there comes to a point where I kind of just like start to zone out a little bit, and I get a bit quieter. Um, and when I hang out with people one on one or two on two, it doesn't that doesn't happen as much. It's just when I'm in a big group in that, I get kind of I don't know, maybe a little bit overwhelmed. Just too many people, um, and too much energy, and I'm not confident enough. Like sometimes I feel like judged in that, but I'm working on that, and I think this job is really helping because I'm talking with people more in that. And so I think this will help my friendships. And in terms of relationships, I was talking to that girl I met in New York, but at the moment, that's kind of gone a bit like more friend ways, which I was prepared for, and like I kind of wanted that just because it's so far away, and I don't always want to travel and do long distance. That's not really what I like to do. But other than that, I just haven't been going to any parties or that. I haven't been scrolling on my phone. I haven't really been. It's kind of been self-improvement, but I've done self-improvement in the past. This is more healthy self-improvement. Like, I'm not denying myself from having fun. Like, I'm not like not hanging out with friends so I can go to the gym. It's more I hang out with friends in the gym, kind of like building my environment to match, my frequency kind of. But everything other than that, everything's going well. Even that's going well, I guess, like family, friends, relationships, just taking it as it comes. But now I've got a job, income. I set up a savings account. I am going to set up a credit card tonight. I set up a investment fund, and after pulling all my money out of crypto and digital currencies, it was useful to get my stability going before I get a job. I decided I don't want to buy a car just yet, just in this economy as it keeps declining. I want to save my money a little bit more and maybe get some interest on it before I start spending it. And yeah. So that's what's been going on with me. Slide document. The day is Wednesday, November 25th, I think. Hold up. Let me check. November 26th. Yeah, that's the end of the video.